Hello there, people of the internet. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. So, I get asked this question pretty regularly. I'll have somebody that's a newish gun owner or not the best, you know, in terms of proficiency with firearms. And they'll tell me, hey, I have this rifle, you know, this is my rifle, this is my home defense, this is what I use. What should I get as a half-decent sidearm? Thank you, Kevin. Kevin's my peacock. I got 4 of them. If you're new to the channel, they're noisy birds and you're going to get acquainted with them very well. But they'll tell me, this is my rifle, what should I have as a good sidearm? What would you pick if, you know, this was your rifle? And every situation is different. Every person that I talk to is going to be different. There's no one universal choice for absolutely everything. It all depends on your stature, all depends on your situation, all depends on what you have, all depends on, you know, etc., etc. So anytime somebody tells me that they have some sort of pistol caliber carbine, I'll tell them, get yourself some sort of handgun that is chambered in the same cartridge as what your carbine is. If you've got a PCC and that is what you're using for defensive purposes, then having a handgun in the same caliber, that logistically speaking makes things significantly easier. Like, for example, I have me a 38 357 lever action right here. If, you know, I was living in the Midwest and whatever the hell, if I was out there living life and this right here was my defensive firearm, then I have some 38 special in here. Bang and bang. I'm making my shots on target, and lo and behold, you know, I run out of ammunition. This thing is now empty. I run out of ammunition and I'm like, oh crap, that target or whatever the hell is still coming at me. Or, you know, I have some 38s on this belt right here. Well, guess what? I just so happen to have in my holster here, I don't actually have a holster on me, just so happen to have this, you know, 38 special revolver chambered in the same ammunition. So now I only have to buy 1 box of 50 and I have, you know, a secondary gun in case that gun either runs out of ammo and I still have to worry about whatever it is I'm dealing with, or potentially that gun right there decides to break. I mean, it's a Rossi. They come from Brazil. They're fantastic firearms for what they're worth, but you get what you pay for. And who the hell knows what's going to happen? 20 years down the road, I might have a parts breakage or something like that, and I might not see it coming. Well, lo and behold, I draw this revolver that I have ammunition for, and I see my target down there, and I pull the trigger. Well, I seem to have hit my target, and it is no longer doing whatever it's doing, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot it again, because why the hell not? So that target that I have down there has been shot, and it's no longer being a threat, but I think that there may still potentially be some threats. So my 38 that I have right here, obviously I only fired 2 rounds. I still have some ammunition left in it, and I know that my, go ahead and save the brass there, I know that my rifle right here, my PCC, my pistol caliber carbine, is going to be much more effective than that 38 revolver. So I take the ammunition right from the revolver and I put it into the carbine, and lo and behold, here comes that threat, and guess what? I hit it with the carbine and it's a lot easier to make a shot on target, and with the longer barrel I get greater velocity, does more damage, and I'm much more comfortable sticking that round down on range with the PCC that from the same ammunition that I got from the handgun. I'm also going to point out, just because this is literally me and it's something that I'm just thinking about as I'm making this video, if you are reloading ammunition, like right now these right here are hand-loaded rounds, if you're one who loads ammunition like I do, you can load one type of ammunition to be able to fire through multiple firearms and multiple platforms. I only have to buy one kind of projectile, one kind of mold, one kind of, you know, die set. I only have to invest in one type of ammunition creation reloading system, and I have ammunition for 2 different firearms. I don't have to worry about, you know, having to cast multiple different calibers. I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about a lot of the different complicated things that comes from reloading ammunition for multiple different platforms, although I do that anyway just because that's what I do in my spare time. But for practicality purposes, if you want to reload your own ammunition, having one type of ammunition to reload is definitely a lot simpler and a lot cheaper and easier than having multiple types. Now, if you're not rocking a pistol caliber carbine and you're rocking something like this AR platform right here, YouTube 20 round magazine, I've only got 10 rounds in it for demonstration purposes. If you're rocking some sort of AR platform with an intermediate cartridge, like in this case a .223 caliber, or 5.56, or even if you're rocking an AK 7.62 by 39 or full power rifle, something that you're not going to be able to find in a pistol, not comfortably anyway, something that you're not going to be able to find in a practical pistol, you would have to pick a pistol that is in a different caliber. Like, for example, this AR I've got chambered in .223. You're not going to find a pistol in .223 that's, not a single shot. I have seen single shot .223 pistols, but those are not practical whatsoever. My steel target fell over. Oh well, I'll just light up the car down there then. You're not going to be able to find .223 pistol that is going to be serving any kind of practical purpose. So at that point, your options become much more broad. Like, I was over here with this retro looking M16 style build, and a good sidearm to go with that would be the classic iconic 1911 chambered in .45 ACP. Obviously not the .223, but boy does it fit the genre well. Oh God, I love this thing. Kind of ironic that the .223, which is known for not having as much stopping power as, say, a 7.62 by 39 or a 308, is oftentimes accompanied by a .45. But whenever you start getting into the spectrum of getting beyond caliber interchangeability between your sidearm and your PCC or whatever it is that you're running, then you start looking more towards what are you practically going to use it for. Are you looking for something that you can keep in your pocket? If so, get something as compact as possible. If you're looking for something that you're going to be carrying around regularly, then you're probably going to carry it a hell of a lot more than you're going to be using it. Get something lightweight, get something thin, get something skinny. If you can handle 45 ACP and you're, a strong guy, then hey, go for it. If you're an 80-pound, elderly woman, get yourself a 380, something that's not going to kick you nearly as bad as a 45 will or a 44 Magnum. Don't give grandma a 44 Magnum. If you have any preferences between one company or another, then hey, go ahead and go with whatever company it is that you're looking for. If you have no preferences whatsoever, then hey, go with a Glock if you can manage to afford it. They're a fantastic handgun, and they just make such a plethora of guns that will always go bang whenever you pull the trigger, in all sorts of sizes, all sorts of calibers. They're not that great looking, but if you're looking for something just practical, then hey, that's a really good option. If you don't want to drop the money on a Glock, then hey, there are plenty of companies making Glock clones or Glock alternatives that are done very, very well for a fraction of the cost. I know Ruger's got several of them. Smith & Wesson's got several of them. Very good companies. You got Remington. Remington. Sorry, I got some bullshit in my throat. Okay, maybe not all companies are as good as others, but there's some really good handguns out there for not a lot of money that will absolutely get the job done. It all depends on what it is that you want, what it is that you're looking for. If you want something light, polymer frame. If you want something durable, steel frame. If you're going to be carrying it in your pocket, skinny and small. If you are in a place where open carry is not a big deal and you can have a big iron on your hip, then hey, go ahead and go for that. Go for a duty size versus just a compact or a micro or something like that. The bigger the pistol, the easier it is to shoot. The smaller the pistol, the easier it is to conceal and carry around because you don't have all that weight. The bigger the capacity in the handgun, the less you have to reload, but the more capacity, the more capacity you have, the heavier the handgun is going to be because ammunition does have weight to it. Well, hopefully this helped out some people. I don't really have a good definitive answer because every single situation is different. If you're a big guy, get yourself a big handgun, and if you want a specific brand by a specific company and a specific caliber, then hey, you go ahead and you go for that. If you don't have anything specific that you're looking for and you just want something general, there's a vast variety of very concealable polymer handguns out there that you can enjoy. So that being said, hey folks, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate you guys sticking by. If you'd like to support my work, I do have a Patreon. Besides that, if you can't support it, then subscribe to the channel, like the video. Description down below has a link to all sorts of stuff. Go ahead and go check that out. That being said, it's 98 degrees out here right now. Thank you, Kevin! I agree, buddy. Damn, it's so hot that Kevin's not even in the sun. His normal hangout spot is currently in the sun, and he is off in the shade. That's how I know it is toasty out here, so I'm going to go ahead and go take some shelter inside. You guys go off, have yourself a fantastic day. Let me know what you guys think down below on this topic, on this subject, on this video in general, and I will see you guys in the next video. I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. Poor man's Garrett. It's a shame that bolt-action shotguns aren't more mainstream.